Arise and go now to the cities of slaughter, where lie butchered sons and mutilated daughters. Behold the images that cannot be unseen, spattered blood red as grenadine, taste in your mouth, smell in your nose, charred remains of hair and flesh and clothes. You must bear witness. Don't miss any detail. The horrors committed here are beyond the pale. See bulldozed fences that leave jagged scars across a landscape filled with burned out cars. The deserts become a killing field where teenagers fled unconcealed. At a concert for peace, they'd come to dance, massacred by terrorists when they had the chance. Forced to the ground, these beautiful young children, dragged behind a bombed out building, their bodies violated in the name of resistance. It makes you question God's very existence. Over 200 innocents they kidnapped, brought them to Gaza, where now they're trapped. You walk from the desert to a kibbutz nearby, where you hear the buzzing of 1,000,000 flies pass overshadowed hearth and hold your breath. You're surrounded by images of horrific death, splintered wood around the front door, shattered glass covers the floor, a rocking chair where Safta used to rest. Empty, it rocks in silent protest. Turn the corner and stare in shock. Not even God can turn back the clock. Pure evil stares you in the face. This utter violation of the human race. Bullet holes in babies' beds. Murdered children, missing heads. Skulls smashed in and others raped. Please, God, please, I pray some escaped. Some hid for hours with no food or water. Shielding sons and protecting daughters in bomb shelters or safe rooms or in the mamad, waiting to be rescued from the firing squad. They held their babies and held their breath as they heard above them the sounds of death. This terror attack shows our enemies' real goals: to kill all the people of the Dead Sea Scrolls. It's about the very existence of the Jewish state. From the river to the sea is their desired fate. Armed and funded by Iran, any semblance of détente must now be gone. Now the world will finally understand that the war with the Jews is not about land. But as the blue and white flag is solemnly unfurled, we are abandoned again by the whole damn world. It starts in the papers and on the news. The media's double standard for the Jews, unwilling to call Hamas a terrorist group, treating their actions like a Boy Scout troop, using whitewashed words like militants and fighters as if they were young idealists pulling all-nighters, falling all over themselves to be objective, revealing their moral compass to be plain defective. Would they blame a rape victim because her skirt's too short? Or justify lynching a black man for his curt retort? Hell no, they wouldn't. Those are bullshit excuses. Yet when it comes to the Jews, that's what the press produces. Social media takes the disgrace to a whole new level, with a sense of humor straight from the devil, reduced to one-liners or side-by-side pics. Sometimes doctoring memes are their dirty tricks. An image travels around the globe with a simple click, spreading lies and hate 6 million bodies thick. And many world leaders state with self-righteous voice, but how did this start? Israel gave them no choice, because the arbiters of truth try to justify the horrors as if Hamas crossed the border as curious explorers instead of calling them out for what they are: jihadi terrorists released from the bell jar. So where should we turn for moral clarity? Perhaps higher education has the mental dexterity? But sadly, our universities are the worst of the lot. A place that protects Jews, the campus is not. Student clubs march, put up posters and flyers, glorifying murderers and Holocaust deniers. Rallies with calls to end the Jewish state clearly make our children targets of hate. All we want is for schools to create a safe space where our children aren't attacked in the staircase. This isn't 1940, yet our children are afraid. Anti-Israelism today is the new crusade. But university administrators turn a blind eye. Free speech, they declare, and let the venom fly. So we plead with our allies in other affinity spaces. Will you stand with us when they get in our faces? When our enemies come, will you have our backs, just as we supported you against vulgar attacks? Now it's your turn to stand with us. Can we rely on you to get on the bus? They raise their shoulders and turn out their hands like it's not in their control with whom they stand. So who's left to rely on in our moment of need? A handful of friends match their word and their deed. A few righteous among them. We know who they are. The bravest and truest provide that North Star. They'll take up arms and go to the mat. They'd even hide us, I bet, if it came to that. But at the end of the day, it's in our own hands. The brave men and women in the Holy Land, they will write our destiny and secure our future, hold together diaspora and Israel with an iron suture. Through much more than will, it is no dream. Their bravery courses through the bloodstream, and because of them, we all hold our heads high, proudly wear our Jewish star and display our chai. Thank God for the strength of the Israeli soul. They didn't hide in dark corners or cower in a hole. They didn't crouch behind a cask or peer through the cracks. They stood up and fought the new Cossacks, defended their girlfriends and sisters and wives, defended their children and grandparents' lives. Outnumbered and outgunned, they fought anyway. They died with their honor along with the old cliche, the powerless Yid is gone once and for all. Now, Israel allows every Jew to stand tall. Our Israeli brothers fought with a mighty roar, and the Lion of Judah raised his head once more. No more stooped back or trembling knees. We've reclaimed the mantle of the great Maccabees. Now we say to the world, we meant what we said. We will take our time to bury our dead, and then we'll turn to the task of defending ourselves. We will go into the attic and take down from the shelves the legacy left to us from Rabbi Akiva. In one hand, the Torah from the old yeshiva, and the other will grasp a deadly weapon, because that's what it means to say never again.